Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Aproko Hour on Viva Naija Radio. Thank you so much for joining us and thank you for bearing us while we run a little bit late. We're just trying to sort out some technical difficulties, but what would a Friday be without Aproko? So, to that end, it is time to do what? It is time to put the world to rights with all the great, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and everything that has been trending. So, you're welcome to Aproko Hour. This is Viva Naija Radio. As always, I am Reshe, your host. I'll be partway hosting the show. I heard you guys had Bimbo on Wednesday. I hope that show was amazing. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. I know there was a couple of teething problems, but I'm sure once we got to it, we really, really got to it. So, to that end, I am not alone in the studio. So, let me bring in my other co host, as you know how we do every Friday on Viva Naija Radio. So, starting in no particular order. Inkirukama, how you doing, darling?
Hi, darling. I'm good. Good evening, people. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another Aproko Hour, where, as Rachel said, we put the world to rights. But yes,
Absolutely.
it was and while having fun doing it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
exactly,
welcome,
exactly,
welcome,
exactly, exactly.
welcome,
Next,
welcome.
next in the studio is Rachel, Rachel Americana. How you doing, darling?
Hi, welcome back.
Hey,
Yeah, Wednesday was. No, you're still in America. You're not welcome back.
yeah,
You're just too
welcome
far
to
away from
America,
me. That's not
basically.
nice. That's not nice.
No, it's really so. Let me confess my sins. Now, I am in the States, but I'm so far from Rachel that she's actually mad at me right now. So I'm in Phoenix.
Eh?
Yes, that's why I
Welcome,
was
Oh,
darling.
oh, good
missing.
Lord. I didn't even realize I put you on blast. Sorry. Please
Yeah,
confess.
yeah, 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 yeah. See, there's something that I told you in confidence. That's something that should stay between Rachel's. You have now told everybody. See now.
Sorry,
So,
See
confess.
your life.
Everybody should hear your thing.
And America and Canada na one small border na divide. Oh.
now lie, no be
No,
small
That
no.
brother
border
This,
is big.
this
divide us.
I beg
woman
that
went.
border. Hold your border.
This
Border
woman
big.
went to Phoenix. She went to Phoenix, Arizona. The boon, like no, no, no. This is, nah.
So
Even in
yeah,
aeroplane, it will take about 6 hours from New York to get there.
it's
Phoenix,
actually
why?
it's ridiculous.
Was
It's
it that
ridiculous.
cold in London that you had to go to the desert?
In fact, it's not my fault. So one of my small brothers said he was getting married, and he's getting married here in Arizona. So at first, when he said it, I was like, okay, bye bye. I wish you all the best. I use God to escort you and this marriage. May all the things you want happen. Then next thing I know, I found out that my own parents, my father and mother that gave birth to me, aka Baba and Mama Yemi, were actually coming for this wedding. So now there was a lot of disgrace on my neck. Like, oh, how can people be coming from Nigeria? You that are just across the pond, you now won't come. So that's how I just find myself booking tickets, and I came for by force wedding. But it's been amazing. The Onomusi family are not a small family by any stretch of the imagination. So we're all here. We're all meeting up for the people are coming in from all over the world. It's actually fantastic. But
And
I
you
was
didn't put them on the show so that we can meet them. See your life.
I tell
They,
you.
they don't know that I'm doing. You want to finally finish my matter. You wanted to call family meeting on top of my matter. So
Oh boy.
yeah, it's been an amazing couple of days. I was kind of struggling with jet lag and of course struggling with getting online, which is why I had to leave you guys for a couple of days. But I have to be honest, I was jonesing some Aproko, and I feel completely like on disconnected to the rest of. I don't know any of the Aproko gist. So Rachel is going to fill me in on everything that has been going on. So, without further ado, let's get it going. The first thing we need to talk about is Linda and who? Tonto, Tike, Toke, what did you people
No,
do
Mercy, Aigbe.
with Mercy Aigbe? Oh, no way. So, what happened?
They are sued. This is my kind of side chick. I love this side chick. Side chick is suing them for, is it $500,000 for defamation? They need to
Who
present
side
proof,
chick is suing who? What's this about?
Mercy Aide's husband, Larry Gentry. Mercy Aide
Yeah,
said that her
that beats.
husband was sleeping with Minister
Yes,
of Femitity or something like that. So Minister
yes.
of Femitity has sued them to court.
Nice.
put some proof out there, or you need to pay up.
Otherwise, you
I
need
like
to
the
pay
babe.
up.
Mm-hmm. How you pulling my name in all of your shenanigans? It's either you prove it or you pay. And
Fantastic.
Linda carried the exclusive story, so that's how she too got pulled into the lawsuit.
As always, Linda, as always. So let's call this one by one. So the first person that did this, that put a mistress on block, you see, it's not every copy that's copy. It's not everything you see you will do. It's not everything that you happens that you jump into. Tiwa Savage started this trend, this tell-all trend. Oh, my husband is a loser. My husband is a this. He did this. He did this. He did this. Do you know what Tiwa Savage did? She called out the woman and called her edible catering. Ed, do you think for a second Tiwa did not do her investigation to find out who edible catering is? Do you think for a second edible catering didn't listen to all of this and know that it is her they're talking about? So these you take these lessons from other people on how to ruin your marriage 101, and then you put all this stuff out there and you forget to hide the names. Shebi Tonto Dike did her own too. So Tonto Dike should probably be expecting a lawsuit anytime soon, right? So I also, Rachel, fill me in on this. By the way, I do believe we've got Bimbo in the house now. Hey, Queen Bee, can you hear me? Bimbo, can you hear me? Okay, I don't think she can. So, oh, I don't think she can. But I'm gonna mute this person anyway. Bimbo, if that's you and if you can hear me, I need you to log out and log in the normal way that you do, using the phone numbers, using the access code. Oh, for the rest of you that are joining us from home, yeah, so let's talk about this. The numbers you need to join us if you'd like to be part of the conversation. If you're calling from the UK, you need 0330 998 1261. If you're dialing us from America, the number you need is +1, obviously, which is the country code, 712-770-4032. If you're dialing from Nigeria, you need 01, so it's a landline number, 440-5024. As always, in all three cases, you're going to need the access code. That number is 264812. That number again, 264812. So, Rachel, take it away. Where did this happen? Where did this start? Where did did the girl put it out on her Instagram? How do we even know this is the side chick? Did she identify her? Did what's her face? Did Mercy out her with full name? Oh, be serious. Hey, Bimbo,
Yeah,
oh, that's Bimbo.
Yeah, Bimbo's on.
Hello, hi guys.
Hi, Bimbo.
Hi guys, hello. Hi Rachel. Hi, the other Rachel.
Hi.
Look, this lady, she did an interview, a TV interview, and she alleged and named the woman with full name, with surname, to say that the woman supposedly slept with her husband. Now, obviously, there's no proof of that. There's nothing. She was just saying her own. And Linda Nkechi now posted that up on her blog. Now she's being sued for, obviously, defamation of character and all the nonsense stuff that she was saying. And she's asked for 500 million each from Mercy Aigbe and Linda Nkechi. So
500 million.
It's going to be very, very interesting. Yes, each.
And a retraction.
Each. And a retraction, yes. A retraction and an apology from them. So she's stating that they don't have any evidence. She didn't sleep with her husband, blah, 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 and they defamed her name, essentially.
Okay, so, I mean, when she's asking for this thing, is she asking for it by mouth, or has she secured legal,
Legal counsel, yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. From someone who runs a blog, I've been saying Linda's, nemesis is a long time coming. I know so many celebrities who have done Dasilara basically, and have never, have we? I think we've lost the voice. So if you're there and if you can hear us, please do call back in. Who have dragged her and then gone, man, she's a stupid girl, Jerry, just fashi her, just ignore her. But I think if people start making people pay the consequences for breaking up homes, ruining reputations and stuff like that, then they need to start paying the price. And I think the sooner we make this a thing in Nigeria where you can't defame someone's character, you can't call a full name, you can't say things about things. Who knows what happened to Toke Makinwa and her husband? Because Toke Makinwa, the husband, because he said he was going to sue her for defamation and blah, 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 blah about the book. And then we didn't hear anything again.
I don't know where that's got to.
I know they were in court the other day regarding the divorce. They were both in court the other day, but nothing big going on there.
Wow. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to bow out of the show just because this is Bimbo's show. I was just helping back of house with some technical work. So Bimbo, take it away.
Great. Okay. So
muted.
Already got us started on one of the key topics that I wanted to talk about today, which was obviously these people with all their marriage problem outside, and Mercy Ayibe and her, naming and shaming some woman who supposedly slept with her husband. Now, one of the things that I find quite surprising about this is, did this woman actually do it? And if she didn't, why is this woman going around saying the reason my marriage is not working is not because my husband it's not just because my husband was punching the daylights out of me for years that I stayed, but it's also because he slept with some other woman. And then the other part of that is press, and I say that very loosely, I say that in air quotes. Press, i.e. Linda Iketi's blog, has now carried this and has put this woman's name out there for everyone to hear. So it would be quite interesting to understand should these women actually be naming all these supposed floozies who are sleeping with their husbands? So Rachel,
what was that again? I missed your question on Bimbo.
So first question is, should these women be putting women and men be putting out the names of the supposed people that their partner cheated with? So like, with Tiwa Savage, she just sort of used edible catering and things like that and made all these suggestions. But Mercy Ayibe actually mentioned this woman's name without any proof at all. So should they even be allowed to do that?
I don't think so. I think if you're going to name the person, do it properly. I don't know if Nigerian legal system has that law in place. There are some societies where you can actually sue this person for alienation of affection. But if you're going to do it, then go the right route.
That means the show is the show is from 8 to 10, right?
To anything with you. So technically, they don't owe you anything.
Oh, Aproko hour. Not talking drum. Oh yeah, I thought you said talking drum. I was wondering. Yeah.
So name that one, the person that owns you.
So it's going on right now.
I didn't say you shouldn't beef the other person in your mind. You can beef them all you want.
Oh, group chat. Okay.
And unless you have proof, you have a video and stuff going on, it's really defamation of character because it's really a fine line. It's a fine line.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so now that that's happened and the press has taken it and they've kind of carried it, whether they misquoted her, whether this woman lied and they posted everything up and wrote about it or said it on the news, should people be allowed to then sue the news for carrying on this lie? Because as far as the press is concerned, only that Engage is concerned, I imagine she believed Mercy Ayibe when she
they're going to be like, when Rachel is not around, nothing works.
My husband who broke up my marriage, whatever. I'm sure she believes it. So she's gone and printed this stuff. So should she even be held accountable for writing all the nonsense?
To the people in my house, and this morning my mother-in-law was
like, impacted this person, affected her. Let's assume her she's into
because I've been stressed
what
out.
is it? Entertainment.
My mother was like, I can't believe it.
Person.
I said, I told you I've been stressed out over the last few days. So I told them, I was talking to people, like, if I don't come back home,
a journalist, be it a blogger or
my mother-in-law was there, so she was like, after I dropped off the case, she was like, Tony, I can't believe you would say that when we're in California, when you are not around, didn't I take the case to school? I said, hey, father.
You can identify it as an
I said, Mommy, I was not talking to you, but I was just...
The KG doesn't necessarily do that. She just throws out
the information.
However, we'll speak later.
But anyway, that's that.
True.
But you, what?
I don't know if bloggers are held to the same standards as journalists.
Yeah, by although this thing is from 6 to 11,
a little bit of
and then it kicks off again at 8
we have the
to
and
2.
Back
Then I'll head on.
The show. Hello,
yeah.
welcome back.
What's up?
How are you, ladies?
I'm
Hi, how are you?
when it's 11 for me, it's just 8 o'clock
I'm
for
so
you.
sorry about being late earlier on, guys. I think...
Is it not weird for you to be actually behind me?
I think for me, I am a thank God had it in for me. Everything that could happen happened. My train was slowing. If I was jogging, I probably would have gone faster than that train. When I finally came out of the train station, I picked up my car, I was driving, and there it was. Police car in the middle of the road, blocking people from going furtherwards. So I had to go and divert myself. And try the long way to get 5 minutes. It's stupid. But anyway, I digress. Moving on swiftly. The other story, the one that this week, to be honest, it has been cooking in the body and I've been wanting to discuss it, is, I don't know if you guys read it, but the story that showed up on Breakup or Makeup, where this husband started with saying that when he has, that if he put his hand on that woman, that nobody should come and talk to him.
No, that's fine. And even if you have to get on the call, it's fine.
He said that nobody should talk to him. Okay. And he explained himself, and to be honest, anyway, so let me give you the short version of it. He said that he lost his job, and that his wife wasn't working, and that it's been quite difficult for them.
So traffic has cleared up. I will be there by God's grace, 2:42. Then my meeting is from 3 to 4.
And been doing a lot of night jobs, and even doing
in the
morning, he does like taxi to the airport, working, non-stop, hardly getting any sleep.
I have 2 hours before my
family. He said his son's school fees was late, and he bought
6, but
money together,
if I'll and then I'll have like an hour before. I was crash for I haven't had lunch either, so I'll sleep for an hour, then I'll stop
and said, oh yeah, they sent our son from school. What I need you to do is go and pay his school fees so that he can go back to school.
Who's cooking?
He used to buy food stuff inside the house so that we can eat. See that? But the wife came back. She doesn't know what's happening with the school and everything, making excuses, only for the husband to find out days later that this woman did not
pay the school fees.
Instead, she went to go and use it to buy hair. As in, she didn't even fix the weave.
And they went to buy shirts in the mall.
Human hair.
Oh, at the mall?
Ass follicles right up onto her head. No.
Oh, okay, like plain
white. She used it to buy extensions. She hadn't actually fixed the hair yet, and I think she paid for the
some people are lucky.
She hadn't done it yet. The guy now said he's X. Then
no, I wouldn't be able to find my own size just walking into a mall. But anyway, yeah, you're saying.
The way he found out was he was on Instagram. Yeah. He saw his wife's picture.
You're saying we're talking about something.
This woman's feed. And to say, we saw the text.
About Austin, what happened?
This is another satisfied customer. So he saw the text from his wife. Exchange.
I think so. Why? Okay, so tell me why you're asking these questions. Is there something you want to do?
So he went and begged the woman and said, this woman should have been paying for school fees, so she didn't. So can you give us back the money? And that one refused. So he now came on to break up and make up to say, if I beat her finish, if I put my hands on this woman, you people cannot talk anything, because I have given her ultimatum of 3 days to go and get money back and pay my son's school fees. And he just went absolutely crazy. So what I want to find out is,
I think these are the people they use for money rituals.
At first, I picked So my first booking was to leave like 8 something in the morning, I think. Which would have gotten me there about 2 o'clock.
No, but seriously,
Which is when I was saying I'll pick up the car, grab something to eat. I need to make sure that I'm not mistaken. Because I think I looked at it and I'm leaving. You know what? The good thing is because last night I saw my flight was maybe my flight is arriving at 2. You know what? I think my flight is arriving at 2 and I'm actually leaving at 8 or something like that. So let me make sure. Thank you for mentioning this because I was looking over my.
There's one thing when I see 2 unevenly matched people, strength-wise, anything can happen. Because your intention might be to just slap her, and you did, but you did not think of the unintended consequences, like when you slap her, her neck will snap back and hit that rod that was sticking out. Those are things you don't want to think. You don't want. Now, to me, I will advise the guy, honestly, run away from this woman. A woman that collected money and decided that the choice for her to make was to go buy her hair instead of pay school fees.
Hey!
That means
maybe that was the last money this guy had.
That means that if I'm lying in bed and I'm about to die, and that in Nigeria, like they always say, that okay, we won't touch this guy, go and bring 200,000.
Our conversation.
She now says, okay, there's 200,000, she'll go and fix her hair.
You don't die finish.
And let me then be looking for people to come and buy and go all over.
Hey, what are they talking about? You know, Bimbo, did you see her response?
Yes, well, I saw the response.
Please, what did she say?
She now
I saw it. But I don't think. I mean, just
to be begging. She said,
what?
Let me read it up. The other thing as well is I don't think the woman can even speak Igbo.
Hey!
She said, please help me beg my husband. I wanted to attend the wedding and someone promised to give me a job that was why I used the money. I will pay back, but please give me time.
Yeah, I said I checked my itinerary.
The head teacher.
And I saw them, so I assumed I was leaving at 2 p.m. But I don't think I would have, if I put you, I'm leaving at 2 p.m.
I don't mind that taking 10K from the money and
check everything. Let me make sure.
Baby, please, we'll pay, just give me little time to run around. Thank you, as you read it and understand that the man's pride is his wife. I just wanted to be my best wedding.
Excuse
me. Why not just first up? Why not first up and just tell me right away and say, look, I need this money, you know, and I have, it's not just the wedding, I have an interview too, this and that. And I'll probably say, okay, you know what, let's go to this child's school first and see how long we can prolong the,
I not agree. 190,000 naira for hair. No. How about you go to the market and buy the hair at 500 naira? Pay somebody another 500. If it's good, less than 2,000 naira, you have done it.
Rachel, the first part is when it comes to hair, Niger, you know what? When it comes to hair, in Niger, they can take hair, any hair, be it fake or be it from your armpits, and make the best hairstyle ever. So she has no excuse. No excuse. Oh my God. Hey!
People used to do where everything you do is under 2,000 naira.
For me, it just doesn't even make sense. Because me, that I don't even go to Baba just to save $20. You will not take 190,000 to go and do
190,000 to go and do hair. You smoke something.
Hey. I agree with you. My brother does that as well. He cuts his own hair. He has his own clipper that he invested in.
Even I stopped using when my clipper stopped. I stopped using clipper. I started buying razor on my own.
Yes, now the person that sold the hair returned the money.
Hey, they did
really?
They returned the money after the costume and everything they got. They returned the money.
That one they wanted to spoil our market now.
Exactly.
Okay, they returned the money.
I mean, that's just ridiculous.
So, what I don't understand now is that child is still living with his parents. The child that I'm not even vexed about the parents. The wife She now has audacity to come and be saying people help me beg. I wanted to do her because of interview. What excuse do you think you would have accepted? Dolapo, from a man's perspective, I want to know, is there any excuse that you would have accepted and said, okay, let's do this, I'm okay with you spending that money on her?
Sometimes because of budget constraints, you move certain things around. All right, that happens, especially if you live in this part of the world. If you're away from Nigeria, you move certain things around. I'll give you an example. My wife just went to pick up her car now. That thing has been with them for after spending 900, they told me now that okay, that's not the problem. It's a different problem. So now I just finally got the money. $2,600 later. So okay, go and collect your car. Now I would tell you that would definitely affect something else in the house. All right. But the issue is you have to be open. With this woman's case, the only logical explanation she had was that I could hear from all the various things she listed was she has an interview. Maybe that one was just said so as not to make the wedding thing too bad or whatever. But if it was a case of, okay, fine, you have an interview, you have to look your best, and I understand that. Point is, you should have spoken up. At that point, we could have both reasoned and said, okay, you don't need 190,000 to fix your hair. Don't they have songs for 20,000 or something like that, please? At least that will still look presentable, and hopefully if you get the job, you can now earn more money where you can now go and spend 190,000. If we spend 20,000 here for your hair, we can at least go to the school with 170, and they will take it for now. It's all about a compromise. So I think she's only begging simply because the guy is saying that if I put my hand on, she's asking, which probably tells me that this has probably happened before. I just have a feeling there's some violence in there.
Well, maybe not, because I think the way the guy is saying is, he's not saying about him that they will talk. He's saying that he wants to beat her, but he's giving her time.
But why will a guy say if I put my hand, people will start talking? If it's never in your DNA, it's not going to be a default thing for you to.
But this kind of thing can put it in your DNA. Imagine 2 weeks working day and night. So gather money. Somebody now go and buy. I will beat you too. I cannot lie. I will beat you.
No, let me tell you.
Rachel, you're wicked.
I will beat you before I remember. I will beat you before I remember. I can't lie.
As a young man of say 20 in my 20s or whatever, that could have probably been in my DNA or whatever. But today, I don't care what it is you do. I won't tell you, I will never tell you I'll slap you, I'll beat you. That's not me anymore.
It's a lie. I can't guarantee.
I'm telling you. I'm the kind of person that I will. Let me tell you my solution.
But I have a bigger question. If this man has lost his job, what school is this kid? And it's one kid we're talking about. The tuition is 172,000 naira. I mean, unless they have not paid for the last 1 year. I'm thinking, how about cut your coat according to your cloth?
172 is not too much now.
If he doesn't have a job, it becomes too much.
In Nigeria,
no, trust me. When people are paying 500, you are telling me 172.
Yes, if he had a job, not a problem. But
if you have a job, how you don't have a job, though?
And then I admire him for going to hospital to pay his kids, school fees. But this is where, being mature, sitting down and looking at it. Okay, no job. I'm doing taxi driving now. Let's look at something that fits more into our budget. Because I guarantee you it's also about trying to keep up with the Joneses and not want to look like things are so high. That's why they're not making this adjustment, which is what explains the wife buying hair of 190,000 naira. Otherwise, she could have got something significantly much cheaper.
I completely understand that. And the guy did say that he lost his job. So it could be that they just haven't been able to move the kids' school because of the time of the year that it is. It really all does depend, but that's the other thing as well is when you have your income has changed and has reduced, should you not be carrying your nyash and be cutting your boot according to the size? Even if the woman used to do 190k hair before, or she used to do 500k hair before, when you have no job, you can't now reduce that to 5,000. One thing I'm still trying to understand is what
in fact, you've put it into a better perspective. Because now you're telling me the guy lost his job and the woman herself is jobless.
Lost it.
You now carried everything.
She was already jobless.
You now carry what we have, everything we had, which could have benefited our child.
For the man to make 200 in 2 weeks, for him to make 200 in 2 weeks, he was sleeping in that car.
Exactly. That's
he was sleeping and eating and everything in that car.
Then he gets the night and hardly sleeps during the day. And that's what this guy was saying. Is that it wasn't like as if I just had the last 200k that was there, but I can make more in the next 2 days. No, it was, this is money that I have not slept for the past 2 weeks so that my son can go back to school. I used to do her. In fact, I'll help when he's beating her and he tells me the reason why. I'm like, hey, you can't touch her. 10 minutes in, everything. And then he now tells me what she did. I'll just step back and say, yeah, continue. I will put it on
I tell you, I can't lie. If you put that beating her in your DNA, it was not in your DNA because that's the easiest outlet of anger, especially when you are
with your financial situation, this is the time when no, you can always, because I know you women, you want to look good, you want to regard, your friends are looking, you also want to look good, you don't want to feel like or whatever. But at this point in time, with that kind of financial situation in the family, this is where you say, Madam, please, no Brazilian or anything, just go to your Nidiri. And you look beautiful too.
Braids. You can do fine braids. You can do. Why did people stop doing pick and drop? That used to be thing there where your hair pick and drop where they
No, what about this turban thing that is raining now? This turban thing, you wash your hair so it won't smell. You wrap your hair. It looks amazingly beautiful. Everybody is going crazy about it. I don't get. She has so many options.
And you can even do look out.
It's ojukokoro.
It's seriously long truth. And look at everybody's going on natural these days, so why not?
Yes.
Do you understand? Kilo day, 100 and 100. Like seriously.
Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, let's move on before we end up beating the woman together, me and Rachel. So the other story that I had was, did anyone actually hear about the thieves that were caught on Arik flight going from London to Abuja? So
I saw that.
Well, apparently, people have been seeing there's been a rampant thievery happening on Arik Airlines. I'm not sure exactly what line they're flying, but just Arik Airlines, but I don't know where they're going. Maybe it's all destination or just the Niger to London destination. Either way, Arik decided they were going to do something about it. They put a spy on it. It just reminds me of the Snipes movie. It's on the plane, Air Marshal. Anyway, sorry. So anyway, they put spies on the plane and to keep an eye out. And when the plane took off, people started falling asleep. Some guy was apparently observed by the spies taking something from someone else's bag and putting it in another one, and he alerted the staff on the plane. And after they started shouting on the guy, they already radioed for police in Abuja. And the guy was apparently saying he didn't steal anything, he didn't write T for his forehead, blah, 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 whatever. And they were asking him questions. You could see a video of him being asked questions. Who else is stealing with you? Something like that. How long have you been doing this? All of that stuff and everything. So basically, they were trying to ascertain more information and as to if it's a whole gang of people or everything like that. Anyway, the guy refused to say anything, but I think he apparently later fingered another guy for as his partner as well, because it was then seen that there was two of them that were being taken away by the police. Whew.
Well, I mean, I don't think you want to call this a thief. I know what he's done is steal, but this requires a whole lot of investment. That means these guys have been investing in buying tickets and flying up and down.
Yes, that's what they do, 25K for each flight. And they say they take the early morning flight because they know they don't take the flight in the afternoon, or they take the early morning flight because they know people are in a rush, they're tired, they're sleeping, so they board first, which makes me think they probably have someone on the inside to make sure that they board first, sit down, and they're watching people who don't put their hand luggage, by the time you're boarding in last, your hand luggage is not right next to you. And those are the people they are targeting. They come in with an empty bag into that flight. So they take whatever they take and they stash it in their bag and then they go. So they've caught them previous time, but every time they catch them in the middle of doing it, they'll tell them, oh, I didn't know it was on my bag, and they get away. So this time around, they let them finish before stopping them.
So apparently this is something that has been happening a lot. I don't know if anyone has ever experienced it before, but several things come to mind for me is, how do you decide that this is the job? What they must be getting something really, really, really expensive for them to be spending money back and forth to still on a flight, because it's not cheap to fly now.
Yeah. Bear in mind, in your hand luggage, that's where you keep the most important stuff. It's either jewelry, whatever is more important to you. So it's a very prime place to steal, because whatever you have taken from people's bags usually has value. Nobody checks in the value of the item. Nobody wants to carry it on your
exactly. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's what is important. It's what is important, because for me now, if I'm going to Lagos, believe me, the only thing that works with me everywhere on that plane, whether in a toilet or whatever, is my passport. Because that is the most important thing to me. I need to be able to get out of that country should I need to immediately. So the iPad in front or whatever, if you like, steal it. In fact, the thing don't crack safe.
So this is the thing. So when you travel, I don't know about you guys, but when I travel, my money and all of that stuff is in my own handbag. I don't put it in the hand luggage. I don't even put my passport in the hand luggage. The kind of things that I put. So if someone opens my own hand luggage and thinks they want to steal from me, maybe my laptop if I don't have a tablet with me or a phone. But even then, for you to be carrying my whole laptop, my giant laptop, then you deserve to steal it if you don't break your bag carrying it. But things like my passport, my money and everything, it's in my handbag, and whenever I'm putting my stuff up, I always take it out and put it right in front of me. Like, I put it right in front of me, and then I now cover it up with, like, the blankets or the magazines or stuff like that. So it's always at arm's length from me. But I imagine other people, they probably just come in, your handbag as well. For women especially, you're also not always allowed to put your handbag right in front of you in your seat. So sometimes you have to put your handbag up. So all the money, traveler's checks, everything, passport, whatever else you're carrying is probably up there as well. So when you travel, how do you pack your bag?
My bag, I think my hand luggage part.
Yes, your hand luggage.
I pack hand luggage. I put hand luggage as in all the stuff that, just in case I need to do any amendments in the plane, like all the maybe little girly bits and stuff. That's what goes in my hand luggage. My handbag is all my money, passport, because I need to keep it close. Me, I need to put anything on that shelf. Actually, no, I don't put anything in the overhead locker, only my hand luggage. But my bag, I put it under my chair and put my leg on top. Or I put it under the chair in front of me.
No, Nkiru, you didn't finish that though. Not only do you put it under your chair and put your leg, you now take the strap and tie one.
Let it go around my ankle.
Thank you.
In case any man takes the bag.
Yes, because if you fall asleep and someone tries to take it, I've done that before. my handbag where I put it on the floor. I wrap my ankle around
when I was going to
Nigeria. Someone now took it and he tried to go out. So they put my leg along the thing. So I can understand what you're saying. If you grew up in Lagos now.
Yeah, so there was once I was traveling to. When I'm traveling around Europe, I'm not too worried, but I'm still cautious because handbag. Once my handbag goes, I've lost everything as far as that person is concerned. Phone or money or passport, I can't shout. But there was one time when I was going to Nigeria, I tripped to Nigeria. Whoa! I don't know how I did it, but you see ankle and the line because there's some sleep you can sleep that will be deep by mistake. I hooked it around my neck. If they want to take my bag, my neck has to shake. I put the bag on my neck, literally, to avoid my bag going anywhere. I fell asleep with my bag on my neck. I used my bag as pillow, in fact. So round the neck, on the side, and slept on it. No story. I know. Can't trust anybody. Can't trust.
Even when I'm on the ground, I'm on the train, and you're coming back from work, it's been like that. It's time to get to like Thursday, Friday, where your body has gotten tired. You're on the train coming back from work, and you start sleep. Even while the bag is packed on my lap, I still wrap it around my wrist and put my hand on top of it, so that if someone's going to be taking it from me, they're going to be carrying me along with it. Oh God!
Yes, sir. I mean,
I wonder how
I don't know. For me, basically, I have my wallet. Well, when I travel, I do have like what do you call it? A man purse. I do carry. And believe me, that one just basically holds because I have a few medications, so I just put that in there. My carry-on is just basically extra clothing, in case they lose my luggage. And but anything that's important, if it's Niger, yes, now I still always keep Naira with me. So when I'm going to Niger, the moment I land in Amsterdam, I'm already resetting my wallet, line it with the Naira. Whatever dollar cash I have goes in my socks because of your people from Ritala.
Oh, God, that's what you
So by the time you land in Lagos now, you're hearing, oh God, now anything for the boys. I open the Naira and say, look, I beg, when my brother will come carry me, I don't get money. Because you don't want to dip your hand in your pocket and start showing dollars or pounds or anything.
Yeah, pounds, yeah. Well, it happened before when I arrived in Nigeria. They were not asking me for money, so and everything. Okay, fine. I brought out the Naira that I had on me because anytime I'm leaving Nigeria, so I'm coming back, whatever last money I have on me, I always carry that Naira along with me because that's my going back money at a minimum. Yes. So I brought out Naira for them. Then I that is pounds that they want and everything. That I don't have 10 pounds in me. And I'm looking at him thinking, excuse you, when did you and me work that you put money inside my account? And now I would that to open your mouth and they're asking me for pounds. In what I said, the Naira that I have. You can't say you came all the way here and you didn't bring pounds. I'm like, I brought Naira. I don't need to bring money. My family is the one that I'm going to stay in the house with my father. My mother will cook food for me. I don't need any money. This is the little money that I have on me so I can take, it's part of taxi money. So do you want or do you not want? There wasn't any way they were going to be seeing that. It's in my, what they used to call it? They used to call it body magic. You know what they used to call it? Body magic. So before I left England, before I left London, the money would be out because, it's customs and everything. When the plane is about to land, like maybe 20, 30 minutes before the plane lands, I'll go into the ladies, all these Spanx, body magic, almost kind of like the new version of girdles. I'll just stick the money in the pounds in there. It's going inside the body. If you want to take the money, you're carrying me along with it. If you can find it, fine. I need the X-ray. It's not going to be working in Nigeria anyway, so I'm not bothered about that. And anything else that I have on me is Naira. It's not until I reach home I'll now spread the pounds around. I can't leave the pounds in the house. I'll give some to my mom that you hold this for me. I might change it later. I'll give some to my brother. I'll give some to someone else. I just hold this for me. I'll change later. I'll go and change some. So I won't even change everything at the same time as well. And I won't change them in the same places either. So like, you go on, you go and change money. Somebody might follow you home. if it seems like you have more than, and then you go the second time, they see this one has pounds. So this second time we've seen this person change money. So
I know that mine is you do. I change one time. Once it is 3,000-4,000, you meet me at the bank, because I already get my Malu number now. Meet me at the bank, and the whole idea is he comes there and he thinks I'm depositing that money in the bank. That's what I'm doing. I'll give him the key. I'll just collect the money right there and then in front of my account officer. And that one will hold it like he's going to make a deposit for me. I'll give the guy, count it, they count it. So yeah, take your money, go. So when I'm coming out, he's not seeing me carrying anything that looks like, okay, this guy. The whole idea in Nigeria, you just have to, I mean, when they talk, they say shine your eye. Not only your eye, you bought
everything. I mean, when you enter, you can't even be acting all, hi, what's up? As you enter, now I'll kilo day, a bikini. In fact, I don't even do like I'm an Igbo girl. The Yoruba that comes out from my mouth is unbelievable now. Because
now stop this phone, yes. Now they call me the voice TV. But once they say we're about to make a descent, I don't change. I don't become a descent.
I have flip flops, as we call them, flip flops. Or you both call them flip flops, but I call them Dunlop. I have my Dunlop as in my bag. As we land, I come out shoe because my shoe they look like shoe the way they Nigeria. So I take slippers and be walking Muritala Mohammed. I tell you, the only thing that they will know is that this place is too fresh. No, mosquito never buy this gear for a while. That's how they will know that I don't live in Nigeria. Aside from that, man, it's all ghetto when we get home.
Of course, my accent go come out quick. Keep broken or you what accent? I don't understand English. In fact, I will speak broken more than I will speak Yoruba, because sometimes when I speak Yoruba, it's very easy to determine that my Yoruba is not I say my Yoruba is not shine, so I try and not speak it, but I will just walk to broken English. Say, Uncle, he said, when you ask me for money, Uncle, he said, you're supposed to give me money. You're supposed to, to say you're your younger sister. You're not going to ask me. What we say, my younger sister, take this phone, make you use them top. Beggars and ask me for money. I turn it on them. I can't, because I remember one time, the very first time I went back to Nigeria after living in the UK for quite a while, I was still in university. And I traveled down, and there was this man sort of asking me and saying, what can I give them and everything. I'm like, that's how I just saw. I said, Uncle, hey, in fact, my dear, I'm a student. For 3 days I have not eaten. 3 days I have not eaten. Like, can you buy me rice? I said, can you buy me rice? I'm hungry. I'm still waiting on my mother to come and take me. They're going to be taking public transport. You know what? Just like he just said, just be going. Yes, if I can do that, I'll do. Oh, cool. But like someone like Dolapo now, if Dolapo walks into the airport, they don't go in Oga, sir.
Dolapo, they'll be prostrating. In fact, people going to lick tarmac for themselves. They will know that I'm sorry. Whether you do a style or you do it don't matter. They will know.
Let me tell you. If you don't know how to form big man, you're in trouble. Alright? In Nigeria, it is only those pretending to have arrived that they disturb and say anything for the boys. A true big man, they don't have liver to approach. So when you're walking towards, after you've collected your luggage from whatever, and you're walking towards where those stupid customs are, you have to master the art of looking at them. But no, it's looking beyond them, but you're looking at them. That is the art. So when you're looking beyond them, you're looking at the door outside. But you're actually looking at them, and they themselves will not look at you and now go, I'm one of those big men. They'll just say, welcome, sir. raise your hand one time, halfway up. Do the wave, not the royal wave, but let it twist one and go back, and just keep looking where you're going. Nobody will stop you.
Wow, I don't know. Again, something else that was in the news this week, and this is something completely different, is apparently, I don't know if you saw the news last week where they were saying one of the Chibok girls that was kidnapped had escaped and found her way home. But apparently, it's a whole set. This girl was not one of the 276 girls that were taken. This is another 15-year-old that went to the same school as the Chibok girl, but kidnapped in a completely separate incident. So this one did not make the hashtag bring our girls back. But there's still, there's still a lot of these kidnappings happening that isn't getting out there. And this girl just happens to be in the same school as the girls that were kidnapped. I'm trying to understand how this still keeps happening. There's still 113 of them that are in captivity. So obviously there's 18 that they released as part of the prison swap that they did almost a year ago now. But what's happening to the 113? This is what I'm trying to understand. And how many more girls are out there that are being used to breed more terrorists?
You hear that beeping sound, or is it just me?
Sorry?
I hear beeping sound. Is that maybe someone's trying to call me?
I think maybe in queue has gone on hold. No, I think
okay.
On hold. Yeah. Let me mute her. Okay. I think that's better now. Yeah, so these Chibok girls, apparently they're not the only ones. There's so many others as well that get kidnapped and no one hears about. And sometimes even after they come home, you don't hear about them. So I wonder what it's going to be like in the next 20 years or so, where this, when these girls finally, they've had children and everything, and these kids grow up, is it just going to be an endless cycle? Are there going to be just more girls that are going to be kidnapped for the children of the kidnapped women that had babies 20 years ago and stuff like that? I don't know.
Well, it's Stockholm syndrome. We know that. I don't know. The easiest work to do is to rescue them. The most difficult one is to help them live through the experience that they've gone through. That's the most difficult thing. I don't have a solution. It's one of those instances where, believe me, I'm tongue-tied on this because I don't even know what you can do or how you can help people like this. I haven't heard one wanted to, was it run back to them or one didn't want to.
When she's been getting proper kundolopa from her kidnappers, or maybe her baby was there, maybe they took her child, who knows? But it's going to be serious.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've always felt, I've been torn on this issue. Should they be saved, for lack of a better word? It's been so long. Who are you bringing back? You're not bringing back that little girl that was taken. You're bringing back someone that has been broken and we may not be able to fix, especially in a society where we have very little therapy, and they're trying based on what they have. But then you look at the parents who are longing for their kids and you want to take away that pain. But are you really taking away the pain? It's kind of that thing that you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Exactly. And the other thing as well is they don't really believe in therapy in that side of the world of Nigeria. Isn't that part of the whole reason why these girls are being kidnapped? Because they don't supposedly do not deserve to be in school or anything like that. So they get taken to bear children for these supposedly superior men in Boko Haram. So they might get rescued and taken home, but then what? Question mark.
Exactly.
Well, anyway. It is 8 o'clock. I was actually quite surprised. I only had like 3 topics to begin with, and I was thinking that okay, I might not have enough time to actually get through and talk about it. And again, I apologize for my tardiness to begin with, but I think we've managed to cover a few of the main topics that happened this week. We'll try and if anything else happens on the lady who spent her child's school fees, maybe if the child goes on social media and writes in terrible English, we'll keep you updated on that. Anyway, thank you so much. It's been great. It's been lovely, and we will see you next week, or rather, we'll talk to you guys next week on the Talking Drum. Can I start with Rachel? Can you say good night, please?
Yes, good night.
Oh,
can you hear me? Good night.
I can. Okay, good night, Rachel. Nkiruka, can you say good night?
Hello?
I don't know why you insist on calling the full name. I don't know.
Hello, I'm here. Who is unmuting and muting me? I am here now. Hey, I'm suffered. Boo boo. How now? Boo boo.
That I'm calling you. Yes, right. You can't be calling me now. You're making me.
Boo boo. All right. Good night, everyone. It was lovely. We've done it again, as we always do. We killed it. Good night, Rachel. Good night, Bimbo. The boys. What's up?
Okay, it's truly Friday.
I'm going to let you have the last word. That you can give us something inspirational for us to think about during the weekend.
On a Friday, that is a long weekend for me. This is a long weekend here, so definitely I'm just taking it easy. I just want to give you an assignment. Why do you, Nkiru is Nkiru, why do you keep calling her Nkiruka? Eh? You cannot. Let me just finish.
Only when I'm in trouble,
you cannot be calling somebody Nkiruka. You can't be calling somebody fully Nkiruka unless there's an Azuka song.
Hey, Tola! Okay. It's all like white on rice, mate. Hey, Tola, don't spoil.
He was defending you.
I thought so. See me there, expecting the best from him. D the man. Oh, it's all right.
I thought he was defending you too.
No vex.
No, I go back for you. That voice just melts the vex. Forget that one. It's all right. Carry go. I get your back.
Good night, ladies.
Well, Dolapo, can you say good night to everyone out there, please?
Good night, ladies. Be safe. Don't do what I want to do, and just remember.
What's up?
Don't take all your man's money to go and do here. It affects me.
So you mean I can't do $5,000 with this week?
When they never pay mortgage.
Now you can do.
Imagine.
You can do $5,000 with now. So long as your people don't chop.
Rachel, even you will beat yourself. Even you will beat yourself. Try. Go do. After you come out and you look inside mirror, you will smack yourself belly. Anyway, people.
Anyway, good night. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and we will be with you again next week. Bye.
Yep. Bye. Night, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Goodbye.